What's up, everyone? Hope you had a great weekend. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. And of course, let's talk about Survivor Series last night, 2021. It was a great event that took place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And the kickoff show, we saw Shinsuke Nakamura. That was the best I could do, folks. Sorry. It was the best effort. Let me know what you think of the impression of Rick Boots. But either way, Shinsuke Nakamura, I can't do it twice, versus Damian Priest, IC champion from Smackdown and US champion from Raw. So we saw amateur skills on display and athleticism, which would earn an ovation from the fans, just like Eddie and Kurt Angle did across the bridge at Madison Square Garden at WrestleMania 20 in 2004. But in this match, we saw Damian Priest and Shinsuke. We saw some arm bars and amateur wrestling skills. And then it would lead on until Damian Priest had Shinsuke in a sleeper hold. Rick Boots starts playing the guitar like he usually does. And of course, Pat's happy about it, and I love seeing Pat happy dancing during the entrance. It's always entertaining. Please keep Pat McAfee on SmackDown, and please keep Shinsuke on SmackDown. If Shinsuke gets drafted to Raw, please draft Pat with him. But either way, in this match, the guitar plays on, and after trading karate kicks, both guys, Damian Priest would deliver a choke slam and his own version of Hell's Gate. Speaking of which, we saw the Undertaker earlier today. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw Undertaker earlier today, one of my all-time favorites, on the episode of The Bump before Survivor Series tonight. Speaking of The Bump, I got to say, how do I say this without being inappropriate or anything? But let's just say Kayla looked great and is very shiny. She shined very well tonight. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So we can keep this thing PG. But either way, saw Undertaker on The Bump, and I did not know he wasn't thrilled about the American jacket. He didn't feel too much about flying through the ceiling like Batman in 96, but I actually enjoyed it. And before I saw the pay-per-view tonight, I watched Survivor Series 96 when The Undertaker was versus Mankind was the second match of the evening, and it was awesome. And I also saw the Undertaker bring out his Gothic style debut. But back to the match. After the Hell's Gate, which Damian Priest delivered, Rick Boots started playing again, and Shinsuke warned him the first time, don't do it again. Final warning. But Shinsuke did it again, and Damian Priest got the wild eyes and went after Rick Boots, took the guitar and broke it, and Pat McAfee had a fit. You son of a bisque! But we all knew Pat. Pat is a huge supporter of Shinsuke Nakamura. So when you break the guitar, he had a fit. And yes, on Raw, they throw temper tantrums, Pat. Now we get on to some serious business at hand. How do we start off the main show? I'm going to give you a hint. Uh-oh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we started the show off with Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. That is how you open up a show. I'm telling you right now. And I don't care what nobody say. People say how today's WWE sucks, and there are some things that do need improvement. But I'm going to tell you something. This night was great. And that's how you open the show right there. Man, WWE, y'all did the right thing opening up the show like that, because the Charlotte versus Becky was one of the matches we were most definitely looking forward to, and Biggie and Roman, which we were also looking forward to. But that's how you start the show off, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what nobody say. This was awesome. The match started off very, very intense. We saw arm disarmer attempt. They just went at it from the very beginning. Rumor has it that they actually have real life beef. I don't know if that's true or not, but this match was awesome. Real life beef always makes for good storylines, as Eddie and CM Punk taught us, and of course CM Punk. No, I'm talking Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, and I did a review on that Survivor Series, by the way, if you want to check it out. But either way, this match was just awesome. It was a two-sided affair that could have gone either way. No one actually took control of the match. We saw moonsault attempt went wrong. We saw a spear from Charlotte Flair for a 2 count in the early going. And then we had a Let's Go Becky, Becky Sucks chance. And we also saw Charlotte Flair do a double moonsault, which was homage to her husband, her real life husband, Andrade from AEW. So no one really took control of that match. It was a double-sided affair. The fans were chanting, "This is awesome." We also saw some trash talking and a Flair boot for a 2 count. The man, how does the saying go? How does it go? The man with the fans in the stands, as Pat McAfee said, and a manhandle slam, which is AKA homage to The Rock, who is celebrating 25 years of his career, debuting in New York City 25 years ago tonight. So, we also saw that was for the 2 count. Things got really heated up when Becky Lynch stole Charlotte's figure 4 leg lock, and Charlotte was still Becky's disarmer. Charlotte would also go for a moonsault, this time successfully, from the top down to the floor, and steal the disarmer. And this is where it gets funny. Charlotte tried to cheat using the roll up with the ropes, but Becky ends up doing it successfully. Man, I don't care what nobody say. That's how you start the show off. That's how you do it, WWE. That's what I'm talking about. What a night. What a night. What a night. Next, we have Team Raw and Team Smackdown from the men's side of things. And I will be honest about this one. I was kind of rooting for Smackdown because they had Woods, Drew, and Jeff Hardy. Everyone on Raw's side was heel with the exception of Finn Balor. And I also have to say that Austin Theory replacing Rey Mysterio was a total injustice, by the way. Even though Austin Theory is a fellow Georgian, but I just think Rey was better. Having Rey was more made the team more interesting. I'm just saying. So, the show starts off. We have Kevin Owens, Seth, Austin Theory, Lashley, and Finn Balor, who's the only face of the team, babyface. And then you have Drew Matthew 1034. He did not come to bring peace but a sword. So we have Drew, Jeff, Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. So the match starts off with Kevin Owens and Seth arguing, and Seth and Kevin Owens were a part of SmackDown's Survivor Series team last year. And it was Seth who turned on SmackDown and gave himself up. This time it was Kevin Owens representing Raw with Seth, who would walk away from Raw, leaving a 5-on-4 advantage. And Woods and Theory would start off with Theory's chest would become a target for all of the SmackDown superstars. So Theory has a red chest and a red arm. So Finn Balor would get in and we would see Jeff Hardy and Finn Balor mix it up. That's the dream match. But later on, we would see Finn eliminate Corbin. Thank you, Lord. Moving on, we would see Lashley and Drew McIntyre, familiar foes, go at it, and they would fight on the outside. It would get so heated that they would take the fight outside of the ring and fight through the barricades and everything, getting counted out doubly. And of course, the fight would not stop there, as the Claymore kick would settle things between Drew and Bobby Lashley. And of course, Seth Rollins would mock Drew McIntyre. So, in the words of Samoa Joe, give us a kiss. And Seth got headbutt for mocking Drew. So the fight continues. We see Sheamus eliminating Finn, Poetry in Motion, and Whisper in the Wind by Jeff Hardy to Seth and Finn. We would also go on to see Jeff Hardy and Sheamus work together, which is a surprise because remember last year during the SmackDown era, we had Sheamus mocking Jeff Hardy's sobriety and attacking his personal life and mocking his personal struggles. So to see them work together for Poetry in Motion and do the 10 beats of the ballad together was shocking. But in an upset, Austin Theory would eliminate Sheamus by roll-up, and Sheamus would turn around and attack Theory and Jeff Hardy. But miraculously, Jeff Hardy would swanton Theory, which was much needed because Theory has been getting some upsets over Jeff before he came back to SmackDown. So, Theory will be eliminated by Jeff. Sweet redemption for Jeff Hardy. And I was so hoping for Jeff to overcome Seth Rollins. But darn it! Seth Rollins won the match. It was an epic fight. I want to see Jeff and Seth mix it up again. Hopefully next time Jeff will win. But that match was great. I just wish Jeff Hardy would have won. But of course, Jeff has nothing to be ashamed of because he was the lasting member of SmackDown's team. That's how you book Jeff Hardy, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the next match is the 25 men battle royal. And we had 25 guys to pay homage to 25 years of The Rock because again, across the bridge from Barclays Center in Brooklyn is at Madison Square Garden where The Rock made his debut 25 years ago. And I just got through watching 96 Survivor Series on Peacock before I came and watched tonight's pay-per-view. So, we saw a 20-man battle royal, and I'm going to say this for humor. I'm hungry. I really am. I'm hungry because y'all eating pizza and stuff, I'm hungry. I want some pizza. I want some pizza right now. But either way, Omos dominated the match, eliminating Shanky and Aziz, two other giants, and then throwing out everybody else, eliminating 12 guys and being the remaining wrestler in the ring, winning the match. And let's be honest, we all saw that coming. Let's be honest. But thankfully, I wish I was there because the Street Profits threw out some pizza. I want some pizza. It's Thanksgiving. I'm supposed to be thinking about turkey, but now I'm thinking about pizza. Moving on, we have RK Bro versus the Usos. And I must say congratulations to Randy Orton for having the most pay-per-views in the modern era. And also, Randy Orton, if you haven't heard already, is a hero. protecting a young fan in the front row a couple of weeks back from being trampled. And this all comes at the perfect timing considering the tragic incidents that took place in Houston, Texas a couple of weeks back. So Randy Orton is a hero that we all need right now. And thank you, Randy, for just protecting the kids from being crushed. That's the type of leadership and celebrities we need. No matter whether he's a heel or face, he's a hero in real life. But this match would prove Randy Orton to be heroic also. RK Bro start off with great momentum, but the Usos hug it out later on and take control of the match, isolating um, Matt Riddle. But somehow Randy Orton would get in and fight off the Usos, giving his vintage DDT. But before that, he would suplex both the Usos on the announce table, except the announce table doesn't break, which is another signature move that Randy Orton has used habitually over the past 3 years. So Matt Riddle gets back in the match, and RK Bro somehow survives, pun intended, a super kick sandwich, and Jimmy goes for the attempted Uso dive off the top, or Uso splash, but Randy Orton catches Jimmy with an RKO. And I love when Randy Orton catches someone in midair. I really love when he does that. Small news, Randy Orton and RK Bro win, but small news, someone stole Mr. McMahon's egg. Now, the last person that I saw with the egg was Roman Reigns when he was talking to Roman about his cousin The Rock, but I don't think Roman stole it. Maybe the Usos did. Who do you think stole the egg? Let me know. Next, we have the women's Survivor Series team from Raw and Smackdown. And of course, the match started off with Carmella getting eliminated all over a mask. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Was it Byron that said that? But whoever said that, that should be a meme for last year and this year. And for at least a little bit of next year. That should be a meme. All over a mask, Corey. A mask. That's a meme for this day and age. But either way, Carmella gets eliminated, and then we see some more action. I was really excited to see Sasha and Bianca mix it up in the beginning of the match, but Shotzi tagged herself in, and keep in mind there's a lot of egos and a lot of personal issues on SmackDown. So Sasha got tagged out, and we saw Liv Morgan, who is getting an amazing push, by the way. I really admire that. Then we will go on to see two other familiar foes, Shayna Basler and Rhea Ripley. Remember their rivalry from NXT? Man. So they would mix it up a little bit, and of course all of Raw would begin to get in the ring and fight it out, even with Sasha and Shotzi Blackheart having their own tense moments outside of the ring. Finally, we get what we want the first time with Bianca and Sasha finally mixing it up. I love their rivalry, by the way. And they begin to mix it up and bring out their best foot forward until Vega finally tags herself in. And I never thought I would see Bianca and Vega working together, but they did. And of course, Tony tags Sasha in. So now it's Tony and Vega, and Tony would eliminate Vega, by the way. And then we would see Liv Morgan eliminate Tony Storm with her DDT. And then we would see Shayna catch Liv in a sleeper, but Shayna got tagged in and Sasha came in. When Sasha came in, she would frog splash Liv Morgan, eliminating Liv, and we would see, what else did we see? We would see Shayna eliminate Rhea, revenge for Rhea defeating her on NXT a couple of years back. We would see Sasha Banks get eliminated because her team couldn't get along, and miraculously, it was 3-on-2, and Bianca eliminated all of them, proving why she is the rawest, pun intended there, eliminating Natalia, Shotzi, did I say Shotzi? Shotzi Blackheart, and of course, who else? Shayna Basler. She eliminated all three of them and won the match for Raw as the sole survivor. I am having bloopers right now. I really am. Now we get down to business with the main event. WWE World Heavyweight Champion from Raw, Big E, versus the Universal Champion from SmackDown, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table. The one. And he has been the one for 448 days. And I heard that Brock Lesnar's suspension is about to be lifted. Besides Omos, I think Brock Lesnar will be the only one that can stop Roman Reigns. But let's get to the matters at hand. We have those two in an amazing main event. The filling out process was in. Paul Heyman tries to encourage and psych in Roman Reigns, who, as usual, took control of the match. But after talking trash to the fans of Brooklyn and Big E, Roman Reigns would attempt to Irish whip Big E into the stairs, and it would get reversed, and Big E would take some momentum in that match. The momentum would shift in that match in favor of Big E Langston, and both men would end up trading great strong moves, but Roman would pay homage to The Rock, his cousin, 25 years of The Rock, with a rock bottom of his own, just like Becky did in the beginning of the night. So, it went for a 2 count. Then he went for Superman punches. First of all, why is Roman's glove of Thanos red when it should be blue? But either way, Superman punches don't take down Big E. It makes him angrier. And with that anger, Big E would deliver a spear out of the ring, spearing Roman onto the floor. Roman would return to spear Big E in the ring for a 2 count. He would have tipped a guillotine lock, and Big E would escape. No one has ever escaped the guillotine lock, but Big E did so and would go for the big ending. Problem is, the pinfall took place while Roman was next to the rope, and Roman would grab the rope with his hand. So, after fighting for some time, for a couple of seconds, Roman would go after Big E's weak leg and go for the spear. And let's be honest, we all saw it coming, but Roman won the match. Let's be honest. We saw that coming just like we saw Omos winning that Battle Royal coming. But I knew it was going to be an amazing match. And I reiterate this. People say that today's WWE shows are not as exciting and that AEW is better than WWE. And AEW is awesome. But let's not overlook WE. Tonight was great. You started off good and you ended with a high quality match. This night was good. Say what you want to say. That's how you do it, WWE. That's how you do it. What did you think about tonight's event? I thought it was good. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's all the time we've got for today. I'm out. Peace out. And have a great Thanksgiving. Guys, we got a lot to be thankful for real. So let's all just be thankful. Have a great Thanksgiving. Count your blessings, folks, and I will see you another time. See you later, folks.